Hey guys, Novojo here again. Today I come to you with a review for a game on the Wii. This game is Zangeki No Reginleiv. Unfortunately, it was never released in the United States, and so this is a Japanese-only game. But the reason I'm bringing it to you today is because it was developed by Sandlot, the creators of Earth Defense Force. And you will notice as I go through this review that this game takes a lot of its inspiration from the EDF series. It is a game that stars two characters, and those two characters have different abilities. You got Froy and Freya, or Froy and Freya. It's hard to pronounce their names. So anyway, for this review, I'm gonna call them Froy and Freya. Froy is the male. He has swords, shields, and uses bows and arrows. Then you got Freya, who is very similar in regards to using swords and shields and bows. But she also uses staves that are magically infused, and so she causes a lot of destruction, and she's the one I like to play as. The game has roughly about 65 different levels, and each level has 5 different difficulties, very reminiscent of EDF, and you're just going to see a lot of inspirations from EDF in this game. So alright guys, I hope you enjoy this. So let's get into the review. First off, let's take a look at this menu here. In this menu, this is where you get to select which character you want to play as. In this case, I'm picking Freya. And this is where I'm going to notice some differences regarding this game and EDF. First off, right up here is where you upgrade your armor. As you know, in EDF you pick up boxes. Well, in this game it's completely different. You pick up gems. When you kill enemies, they will drop different types of gems. Well, then you use those gems to upgrade your armor, upgrade your health, and that's where you do it, is right here. The next category is where you unlock weapons. Well, you don't pick up boxes in this game to unlock weapons. What you do is you take the same gems that you would use to level up your armor, and you pick a category here of weapon. This is a sword category, and when you pick it, it'll tell you how many gems of each type that you need to unlock it. Well, I've already unlocked this weapon, but as you can see here, I needed 400 of this type and I needed 100 of this type. The gems in this game are acquired through slaying monsters. However, the different types of gems are acquired through slaying different types of monsters and cutting off different parts of their body, such as their legs, their arms, their head. So it's very possible to have one enemy that can give you 2-3 different types of gems. So as you can see here, this is all a skill tree, and this is the same skill tree that is for Frey and Freya. So as you just go through here and you pick a weapon, granted I can't read Japanese, you'll be able to tell whether it's for Frey or Freya. And once you unlock it, it just unlocks it for that corresponding character. So there's numerous different weapons. There's 300, I do believe, is what the information I looked at said, was there's about 300 different weapons. So going back here, and up here is where you're going to notice your first similarity with Earth Defense Force. She can pick 3 different weapons, and as you can see, there's different levels for the weapon. Frey can only pick 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at, let's go to the first slot for her. Okay, does this look familiar, guys, in any way, shape, or form? I'd say it does. This is just like Earth Defense Force weapon, but I want to call it like a weapon wheel, basically, but it's just where you go to pick your starting weapons for the mission. This category is her basic swords. This is her broadsword category. I want to say this is her bows, and this is her explosive projectile weapons. And then these are like automatic weapons and things of that nature. There's numerous different weapons for her, and unfortunately, because it is in Japanese, you just kind of have to pick one and try it to see whether it's what you're looking for or not. So right here, we've just picked Frey, and as you can see, Frey only has the ability to pick 2 different weapons. But what's neat about him is that not only does he have regular swords and broadswords, but he has hammers too. And as you can see here, he's got a big old hammer here. Now, Now Freya can't use hammers, but Frey can. So anyway, guys, those are your two character classes, and those are the types of weapons, and that's how you. And I showed you how you level up your health and armor, as well as how you unlock new weapons in this game. So next up, we're going to take a look at the map screen. Okay, guys, here's the map screen. And first off, you're going to notice that each mission has 10 stars, 5 in blue and 5 in red. That's just corresponding to the character that you pick. The 5 blue are for Frey, and the 5 red are for Freya. And each star represents a difficulty. And as you can see here on the red stars, I have beat those missions with Freya on normal difficulty. So I unlocked the normal difficulty star. And as you scroll down here, well, as you can see, first off, you can play that mission, like mission 1, 2, 3, all those, with Frey or Freya. Same mission, just with different character. However, when you get down to mission 7 and 8, it branches. And you can only play mission 7 with Frey and missions 8 with Freya. So, unfortunately, you can't play each of those missions with both characters, but it does give you a different mission. So you're not just playing mission 7 with Frey and Freya, but they've kind of taken 7 and 8 and just branched them off here. And you get one with Frey, one with Freya, different environment, different mission altogether. So you do get that, and they do go back together again down through here. And so that's the mission wheel here. As you can see, I've made it through mission 20, or made it to mission 20. And from my understanding, there are 65 missions, I do believe, with 5 different difficulties. And each difficulty gives you, from my understanding, more more gems, and possibly different types of gems. So obviously, just like in Earth Defense Force, it benefits you to play those missions at higher difficulty. Okay, let's talk about combat here and controls. This game gives you 2 options for controls. You can use the Wiimote and Nunchuck, or you can use the classic controller. I tried playing this game with the classic controller, and I just couldn't get the hang of it. I've read online where some people really did, but I just never could. So I'm playing it here with the Wiimote and Nunchuck. And so basically how the controls work is use the left analog stick to move your character forward and back, turn left and right. It's a little clunky at first, but as you play, you do get used to it. This game takes great advantage of the Wii Motion Plus feature, whereas your swipes are exactly where you want them to go. You swipe down like that, it's going down like that. Up, and it'll go up. And left and right, and it'll go left and right. And as you can see here, I'm using the hammer, so my attacks are pretty slow with this. But anyway, you can use swords, which are a lot quicker. So as you can see here, off in the distance there, we have some giants. You're going to fight a ton of giants. And you're going to use the plus on the Wiimote to change between your weapons. And I've got currently a hammer and a bow. Now, this game uses the motion controls, and I mean more than just the swiping, a little more than other games do. Like to shoot your bow, you have to hold in the A and the B button and take your hand and pull the Wiimote back, as I'll show you here. Whoa! Had to move, so I didn't get to really shoot it yet, so let's try this again. Alright, grab, pull, and then let go! And it didn't work. Oh, I forgot. I gotta really let it. There we go. There we go. This was a more powerful bow. Sorry about that. So basically, as you can see there, I had to charge it up a bit before it would release. But it does work, and it is functional. However, it is a little clunky. So let's try this hammer out here. As you can see here, it locks onto him. You swipe that hammer, and boom! Blood and guts and parts go flying everywhere. And go up. It'll go up. Now, to dash in this game... Whoa, excuse me. There we go. To dash in this game, you shake the nunchuck. That's where there's some problems. Is that the nunchuck sometimes goes a little crazy, and it goes left and right when you're trying to go straight. There we go. So you swiped it, and he is destroyed. Now, these weapons don't act like a real hammer and a real sword would. They almost act like a projectile because they have some serious range to them. And as you can see here, I've killed an enemy. and I am picking up those gems. And as I mentioned before, those gems are what you use to upgrade your health and to purchase new weapons. So let's go over here to this next batch. And so far, the dashing is working pretty good. But there's a lot of times where, see, there it goes. I dash forward and dash backwards. So you just get, there it goes again. The dashing in this game leaves a lot to be desired. But the attack controls as well as the regular movement with the analog stick are just fine. There's no problem there at all. So anyway, guys, this is Froy. So next up, I'm going to show you Freya. Alright, in this mission we're going to check out Freya. And as I mentioned earlier, Freya has 3 weapons compared to Frey's 2. So I've picked a sword, her staff, and a bow. And her weapons are a lot more explosive than Frey's. So let's go ahead and check this out. As I mentioned, you just shake the nunchuck to dash, which so far so good, it's working. Alright, here comes some enemies. First off, I'm going to show you the staff. It's her ranged weapon. You just take aim and fire. And there we go, got an explosion. Which obviously hit one enemy. It'll show you on the right hand side how many enemies you hit, because you'll see the damage you've done. So let's do this again. Boom! There we go, parts flying everywhere. Now you'll notice that blue meter on the right, that is your magic meter, and that goes down every time you use an attack that requires magic, such as her staff or her bow. And so as you can see, it keeps going down. Now to refill that, you switch over to your sword and you go into hand-to-hand combat with them here. So let's go on up here and you swipe with your sword, and you'll notice that the meter fills up a little bit more. So that's how you replenish your magic meter, is by going into hand-to-hand combat with your enemies. Alright, now I'm going to show you the bow. Let's pull it back here, charge it up, and fire. And that's a homing bow. Look at that. Look at that damage. That is awesome. Let's do that again. Alright, charge it up and fire. Boom! Now, my meter's in the red, so I can't use it anymore. So now we got to go into hand-to-hand combat. Whoa! There's that dash problem again. Dead. Magic meter filled up some. See all those different gems on the ground there? That's because I blew off different parts of their bodies. Oh, dodge! Can't dodge. I'm kind of in a stun lock there because I had overextended myself with my swings. As you can see here, my magic meter's full again. But I'm going to show you how precise this remote is. See that? I'm attacking his hand. And now I just cut his hand off. You see that? And now his hand's cut off, and he dropped different types of gems. Different types of currency, I guess you could say. I'm going to take his arm off. See, there we go. Got his arm. And he dropped different type of currency. Now, I'm going to show you a little fun here. We're going to blow off all their limbs. Boom! Look at that. Arm's gone. Head's gone. Now, he's just nothing more than at my mercy. So I'm sitting here swiping him. And, oh, I guess I must have done plenty of damage because I killed him already. So then you just go around. You pick up all these orbs. And take them back with you once you finish the mission. And upgrade your character. So guys, what you have seen here is Zangeki No Reginleiv. It is a very fun game. It has a lot of similarities, as I mentioned, to Earth Defense Force. And there are different enemies. There's flying enemies. There's giant boss enemies. You've got all these giant creatures here. You've got plenty of variety in of enemies. So you can have a lot of fun with this game. You can have, it doesn't get stale like you would expect it to. First off, let's just say this. If you like Earth Defense Force and the way that game plays out, then you're going to probably like this game too. Because it's a lot of the same thing. You rinse and you repeat. You go in, you kill enemies, you accumulate orbs, or as in Earth Defense Force, armor and weapons. And then you go back through and grind it out again. If you're needing to get more orbs of a certain type, you find the enemy that gives you those type of orbs and you replay that mission. So it's very, very similar to Earth Defense Force in those regards. And just trying to unlock the different types of weapons is a lot of fun. Powering up, armoring up, as I should say, is a lot of fun. So, guys, this is Earth Defense Force with Norse mythology characters. So, anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review as much as I have doing this review for you all, because I love playing anything that is similar to Earth Defense Force. So, guys, I highly recommend this game if you have the ability to play it. And honestly, guys, if you don't know how to set your Wii up or Wii U to play Japanese games, it's not hard. It really isn't. So just search around online and you will find what you need to be able to play these games. So, as always, guys, take care, God bless, and keep on gaming. Check this game out if you can.